Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am back with another video for you guys today. This one to me is spring and Easter combined, I guess. Anyway, I have three beautiful DIYs that I would like to share with you, so we're going to jump right in. For this first one, I have my little bundle of flowers, and then I have this wooden carrot that I picked up from Joann's. I have my vinyl letters from the Dollar Tree, and I have ribbon of choice. I also have my Hello Hobby chalk paint in pumpkin, and I have my chiffon cream, and that is a big can that I get from Lowe's, so I just put it in a smaller container. I have my Waverly chalk paint in moss, and then I have apple barrel, I think in a rust color. And then I have that square wood sign from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start out by getting the twine off of the carrot. At first I thought I could just use my little tool to pick those staples out, but that wasn't going to work. I was worried that I would break off those little top pieces, so I just cut it down with my scissors as close to it as I could. I'm going to flip it over and you won't see it anyway. Just going to give it a paint coat, a coat of this pumpkin colored paint. And I ended up taking a baby wipe and wiping more of that paint off because it was too much. And I'm just painting the top of this with the moss green just in case you can see underneath my bundle of flowers. And I just took some flowers and some greenery, different colors of greenery, different styles of greenery, and I bundled those together with some jute cord. You'll see in just a minute. But I wanted to stress this carrot first. So I'm taking this rust colored paint by Apple Barrel, and I'm just lightly brushing on some of that paint. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to sand it down and make it look rusty and old and weathered. Just faintly. It's not going to be a lot. You guys, again, thank you for all of your prayers. Howard is doing better. I'm doing better. We are on the mend, and I thank you so much for your prayers for us. Now that I have that done, I've already painted my sign in the same moss green, and I've placed my vinyl letters at the bottom that say spring. You guys didn't need to watch me paint. You know how to paint. And I just put my letters down. I used a ruler at the bottom, and then I placed my letters at the top of the ruler. Big mistake on this one. I always, always, always like to pull my letters while my paint is still dry or still dry. I could not speak this morning while my paint is still wet. I didn't do that. I waited way too long and those letters would not come up. Look at that. Look at that mess. Look at it. I was so mad about that. And yes, this is a rustic piece, but not that rustic. I didn't like it at all. Just picking. Took forever. So what I ended up doing was taking my dryer and heating it up, and it was a little easier to peel that glue once it got warm. So here I'm peeling it up a little bit, looking for an edge, an end piece to grab onto. Once I get an end piece again to grab onto, I will be able to put some heat underneath it and peel it back. I was so mad at myself. I said, what did you do? You know better than this. But if it ever happens to you, this is how you're going to get it off. Heat it up. But it does peel off so much better if you do it while your paint's still wet. So, having to go through all of that, I'm taking my, what do I call this thing? It has a name. So we're just, oh, it's a Gator. That's the name of the brand. I always call this my Gator sander. I am not with it this morning. I'm off work today. You guys, I have some bereavement time. I'm fine. I'm okay. My sister-in-law passed. And so my mind is in another place, but I'm trying to get this content out because it's been sitting here. So, excuse me if I kind of stop in the middle of a sentence and don't say what I need to say. Just watch the video, please. Anyway, I took my Gator sander and I sanded over the words because I wanted them to be old and weathered as well. And then they looked a little cloudy, so I took a baby wipe and I wiped everything down, and now they look better. They look weathered, they look fine. I'm going to take some wood glue and go down the back of this carrot, and then take some hot glue and go around the edges, trying not to get it in the wood glue. And then I will place it in the middle of my square wood plaque, cleaning up my excess hot glue that kind of seeped out. At one point, I thought about getting my electric sander and sanding this down even more to bring more of that green back out underneath, and I still might. So I took some hot glue, attached it to the back of my flower bundle. That's why I think this is kind of spring and Easter. I think the flowers at the top of the carrot make it spring. And I hot glued it down, and I'm also going to tie it. I'm tying that bundle of flowers onto that carrot because I just don't trust that the hot glue will hold it, because this bundle of flowers is a little heavy. Added a dab of glue before I made my knot, and that is done. Now I'm going to take all my beautiful ribbons. I love these ribbons. They don't have wiring, at least the two ruffly ones, the green and the yellow. See that, how it ruffles? That is just so pretty to me. The gingham look, they don't have any wiring, but they're still going to be really pretty on this sign. I'm going to make my loops, stack them up. I'm going to put the wired carrot and bunny ribbon in the middle of the two that aren't wired, and that's going to help give it some shape. So it's not quite as floppy. It's still going to be a little floppy, but I like it. I really think it's pretty. Let's do the last one. And I wish I could tell you where this ribbon came from, but I truly do not remember. I've got so much ribbon, you guys. I really don't know where it all comes from. I told you I get ribbon everywhere. At Mark's, Joann's, which our Joann's is closing. I believe every Joann's everywhere is closing. And if you haven't gotten out and gotten some of the things while they're on sale, you better hurry up because it's going really, really fast. There was hardly anything left at my Joann's except ribbon. So I got a lot of ribbon. And I got that carrot. I got a couple of those carrots and a couple of other wooden pieces. I looked at their paint, but their paint wasn't really on sale that much. It was only 10% off. So it was still kind of expensive to me, so I didn't get any. Excuse me. But maybe I'll get back out there before it's all gone, and it will have gone down a little bit more, and I might pick some up. So I'm just fluffing it out. And I'm going to attach it to the top of my carrot. I made dovetails on the wire ribbon, and then I just cut the other ribbon at a slant, and here she is. She is beautiful to me after I fought. I fought with it, that lettering at the bottom, but I love how it came out. You guys, you're going to have to comment down below as always. Let me know which one of the three is your favorite. This one is not my favorite. You're going to have to keep watching to find out which one is. Moving on to DIY number 2, you're going to need one of these eggs from the Dollar Tree, one of these little spring baskets or buckets from the Dollar Tree, paint of your choice, flowers of your choice. I got this little bouncy chick from the Dollar Tree, some more ribbon, whichever ribbon you choose. And I'm going to take this egg, this one's really quick and easy, and I'm going to like wipe off all this, I don't know what that is. It's like a little plastic ball pieces. I don't know how to describe them. It's little plastic papery pieces on there that add a little bit of shimmer and shine, and we just don't need it. Going to take that off of there, and then we're going to cut in, I don't know, the pieces that make the egg look cracked. So you're going to cut in some little V points up and down, like you see me doing to make your egg look cracked. And then in the back, what's going to be the back of the egg, I cut kind of like a square, and you'll see why. We have to get that chicken here somehow. So now I'm just going back over it with one of my little Dollar Tree tools, and I'm pulling out all those pieces. See the square in the back? We're going to work with that. I'm just going to clean out as much of that styrofoam as I can without breaking it. And I'm taking just a floral stem that I had left laying around. I keep my floral stems, and I'm going to use it to hold the egg so that I can get it painted in this Waverly moss green chalk paint. And I'm also going to use it for the craft. I'm going to cut it down and use it for the craft. So now that I've got that all painted, I'm going to set it aside. And I hate that I have to, cut this little chick apart, but it's for a good cause. His feet are going to be in the way. So we're going to take his little feet off, but I'm going to save them because maybe I can use them for something else. I don't know, but I kept them. And then this little wind up piece, I had to take that off as well. And that's going to leave a hole that we don't want. So just look at the bottom of your little chick and see if there's some fabric that you can salvage, because we're going to sit him down in that egg, so you won't see it. You won't see the fabric that you remove. So find some fabric from the bottom of that chick and cover up the hole. Just going to fill that in. I'd like to take this time to say welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for choosing Dee's Cute and Crafty. I'm blessed and happy to have you here. And to all my ride or dies, the ones that have been with me since the beginning of my journey, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys. Just going to mend him up the best way we can. Now, at first I thought I'll just stuff some, plastic bags in here so that I don't have to use so much of this moss. And then that'll hold my egg up. Well, that didn't work, because how do I get the floral stick to stick down in the bucket without being lopsided? Oh my goodness, my brain was not braining on this day. So I took the bags out, and as you can see here in a little bit, I stuffed in some pool noodle, and that worked out. So we're going to pull off the back because I need that square opening to get my chick inside this egg. And I started to paint the inside of the egg, and I didn't, because when you crack an egg, the inside of the egg is white. So I left it white. You guys can paint yours if you want to, but I left mine white. So now I'm trimming out more of that styrofoam because I got to get this chick in here. And the styrofoam was still in the way. I'm trimming off the edges, trimming off the bottom. Still can't get him in here. I'm going to keep trimming it until he fits. Just little bits at a time until he fits. You don't want to force him in there because you don't want to break off one of your points. There's no fixing that. So finally, he fits in the egg, and we are happy. See, I had to make a change. So I cut some pool noodle up and I stuffed it down in there real tight so I didn't have to hot glue it. And now I'm taking my Spanish moss and I'm tucking it in around the edges so you can't see the pool noodle. And I'm tucking it in real tight so I don't have to hot glue it, and I can reuse this if I'd like. Now I've had this little flowered pail in my stash from Dollar Tree for a while. I'm just measuring how much of this floral stem I need just by standing it up alongside the little pail or bucket. And I'm going to put it right back in the hole that I already had in the little chick because that's where the ribbon was. And I'm tucking it down in that pool noodle. And look at here, it fits perfectly. I was so excited about this little thing, and it is my favorite of the three that I'm going to show you today. He turned out so cute and adorable. I'm just going to add my flowers around it. I like to put them in place first, get an idea of where I want them to go before I start gluing things down. Purple is my favorite color. Every chance I get to put purple on something, I'm probably going to do it. So you guys choose the flowers that you love. Now that I got my flowers glued down, I thought I'd add some of this pretty satin ruffled ribbon around my little bucket. So I'm doing that. And I want my little bow on the side. I don't want it in the front. I want it on the side because I want my little chick to be the center of attention. So I took some of this Fix-All because hot glue and metal usually don't work out well together. So I put a little Fix-All on that ribbon to tack it down, make sure it doesn't move. I'm just going to make a little bow, very simple. And that I will hot glue because I'm going to do fabric to fabric, so it'll be fine. Just going to do some dovetails. And I'm going to pinch my little loop together, add my dovetail, and tie it off with some jute cord like I always do. This is just in smaller form. You guys, if you're enjoying this content so far, and I truly hope you are, don't forget to do all the things like share, comment, subscribe. That lets YouTube know you're enjoying it. They push me out a little bit more so other people can see me and my channel grows. So give this video a big fat thumbs up if you would, please. Thank you. You haven't joined, hit that subscribe button. Adding my little bow to the side. And this little cutie is going to be done and ready to be displayed. Oh, he's not done. I thought maybe I should put a little button on that bow. So I pulled out my button stash and I found these little wood flowers. I painted one purple and threw it on there. Now he's ready. And look at how cute he is. I just love it. So quick, easy, and simple to do. Moving on to DIY number 3 and the last one of the video. Dollar Tree came out with these cute little beaded plaques this year, so I grabbed some of those. I have some of their garland bunnies and some of their little carrots. I have ribbon of choice, 2 tumbling tower blocks. I have some white paint. I think this is the Hello Hobby. And I have some of their spackle. So I'm going to take my bunny and egg garland, and I just want one of the bunnies off of it. We're going to put the rest away. I'm going to put some spackle in these little holes. I guess you could leave the eye hole there, but I spackled both of them. I didn't want to see them. And when your spackle is dry, you can go ahead and paint your bunny. I'm going to paint mine white with the Hello Hobby white paint. I ended up giving him 2 coats of paint. And then I took the same white paint and barely dry brushed these beads. I just thought it would give it an old look. Just distressed it a little bit. I'm going to pull his cottontail off the back and put it on what is now the front. And you see me down there messing around because I'm plugging in my hot glue gun because it unplugged somehow. I don't know if I stepped on it or what. So I had to plug it back in. So I'm going to use a couple of these carrots and some of this bright, vibrant green reindeer moss. I love this one much better than the Spanish moss. But in the fall, the Spanish moss, I like that better because the fall works out with that brown and you're using your orange for pumpkins and stuff. So each moss serves its purpose. Here we go with that purple again. I'm using some of these purple flowers. I think these are pretty for this DIY, how they stand up like little purple stems. I think that's pretty. And I'm just placing things where I want them to go before I start gluing anything down. Gonna use some of these little cream colored flowers, and they're on wire, so I had to switch over to my wire cutters to keep from making my scissors dull. Just tucking those in, see what looks good. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I fill this all the way up to the bunny's feet. I'm going to glue him down. Place him up a little bit. And then I'm going to fill in more greenery, more carrots, more flowers until I fill it all the way up to where he stands or sits. This one came out really cute too. And you guys would be so surprised. It didn't have a bow on it. You know, I put a bow on almost everything I make, and I did not put a bow on this, and I thought about it, and I restrained myself, and I didn't do it. So just gluing down my pieces where I want them. And this one's just about done. And don't be like me. Take your price tag off the back. Take that sticker off the back. Especially if you're going to give it away. And you know mine is going to the girls at work, so I got to get my heat dryer and take that off of there. Ooh, I told a tale. You guys can't trust me. I did put a bow on him. I put a bow on his neck. I did not restrain myself. Oh, you gotta love me. I thinned down the fabric. I cut it down. It was too thick. I thought the bow was too big. So I trimmed it down. I cut it in half. As my grandma would say. She would just say, and shake her head. Well, I tried. Just a shoestring bow, quick and easy. Nothing fancy. I added my tumbling tower blocks to the back so this one stands alone. And here he is. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It is. I had a hard time choosing between the bunny and the little chick, but the little chick won out. He just did. The bunny is cute, but the chick is my first favorite. This is second, and the carrot sign is the third. So here is the reveal of everything that I've made for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did bringing it to you, making everything for you guys. I love crafting. That's why I'm here, and I'm so glad you guys are here with me. Thank you. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below, even if you're just popping in to say hi. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here today, keeping you all in my prayers. I hope you do the same for me. Until I see you in my next video, you guys be blessed, stay safe, and craft something beautiful today. Bye.